Until now, the idea of a special dormitory in school for the teens who go to work on Capitol Hill was just that, a good idea. Plans were drawn up for them, but no action taken. Now, though, accusations of illicit drug traffic and homosexual encounters in the halls of Congress have made it, for Representative Bill Whitehurst and others, an idea whose time has come. Congress says Whitehurst owes it to the Pages, and he said as much to their parents only weeks ago.
We said we feel that we have a great trust. When you send your children here, about 100 of them, and place them in our care, that we have a great responsibility. It rings rather hollow in view of the charges that have been made.
House Majority Leader Jim Wright has taken up the gauntlet and will push the dormitory when Congress reconvenes next week.
It is time to build that school in more ways than one. Pages need somewhere that they can call home that is safe in Washington.
Bill Wright was a congressional page for a year and a half, the only one from this area in the last 15 years. He is surprised by the recent allegations, but not completely.
For pages to traffic drugs would not necessarily be impossible simply because you're carrying closed packages. You never know what the contents of packages are when you're carrying them from one congressional office to another.
He says he never heard of sexual activity between pages and the people they worked for.
Pages were respected by members of Congress. If anything, members served as parental figures for pages while they were on the Hill. They were there in a very supportive role, but nothing that was sexual or illicit.
Representative Bob Daniel is equally surprised and outraged.
I think it's most deplorable. I'm shocked when any of these things happen, and I think if anybody does things like this, representing their 500,000 people in the Congress of the United States, they ought to be thrown out of there.
Congress is a special organization, and people have a right to expect more of us because we hold the public trust. And I believe any man or woman who comes there is a most favored person, and consequently, if they break that trust, they fall that much further and that much harder.
This is Howard Jaffe, The Daily News.